to put our, we found the chunky yarn, went with that idea. Yeah. So there's lots of stuff. I had some supplies arrive yesterday that I'm going to return now because I'm like, well, you're too late.
They missed out.
Yeah.
Well, it was very cute. I did a great job.
Thanks.
It was a fun event. Like, that parade's just fun, I think.
It is. Yeah. It's fun.
Always fun to see what everybody comes up with.
It is. It is. We have a shelf. We're going to put this on
that
shelf.
That is hard earned and worked.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Fun. What a cute
And it's a Santa Claus trophy.
I know.
Right? Like, there's nothing more Christmassy.
I didn't know there was a trophy.
Right? There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
So,
Thank
congratulations. Way to go.
We're excited.
Did you get to see Pablo the goat that walked the parade?
I did with Katie.
Yes.
I saw him when we got there. Yep. I was like, wait, that's not a horse.
Not a horse, not a dog.
No.
It's a goat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun
cute.
little entry.
Little sweater and yeah. It's just fun. Yeah. I like parades. We do, so our office also does the fair parade. I'm in Tri Kappa, so I do the 4th of July parade. So it's just.
We talk about, I feel like our town has an ample amount of parades. Mm-hmm. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
I just hear other towns, I'm like, oh, well, we have a parade for that too.
Well, we have a parade for that.
That's right. We do. We're an event. We have something. So.
Why not? Why not? And it's not that far. The fair parade's a little bit further, but
it's
all the other ones are pretty short.
They are.
I had to kind of convince my son to join us this year. He didn't really want to come, and he's at that age, and I was like, it's so short, it's just.
It's an easy one. Yeah. Yeah, I love it. I love how the community comes together. It's a great event.
It is.
Did you get to see Santa yet? Have you seen Santa?
He's coming to our office tonight.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I did get to see him Saturday at the Historical Society. So I put in my good word for myself.
Put in my good word for myself.
I'm hoping for a plane ticket to somewhere warm.
Oh.
Don't you think? It's going to be cold out. So
sure.
Get us out of town. It's not going to happen, but.
No,
but Santa, you were able to get him on the books. He's a busy man.
He is very busy this time of year. But yes, he is going to be at our office tonight from 5 to 7. We've decked that all out. And if you don't need to talk to the big man, or maybe you don't want to, or you're not sure, we have other little activities or photo ops. We created this big present wall, which again, much like the gingerbread house, it was sounded simple and became not simple. But we love it. And it was a great time for the office to hang out together and do all that and just chat.
Activities.
Yes, absolutely. But it was a feat that just drug on and on and on.
I feel like you guys are like me. I have this grand idea and I'm like, this is going to be great and it's going to be easy, and it is not.
It is not. No. And hundreds of dollars later in wrapping paper. So it's just okay, where are we going to get big boxes? So we got the big boxes and we started wrapping them. And then we were like, okay, well, actually we need to fill in with a bunch of little ones. So we start filling in, and that's not something, you can't just wrap boxes. I don't know if anybody else is listening or you're like me, we can't just wrap the boxes. We have to see where they go, pick the colors so they all intermix and things like that. And we get it all done. And, Jenny's just like, it's missing something. And we're like, well, what else could there be?
I'm the Jenny. I'm the Jenny.
You're the Jenny. It's missing something. And she's like, I think they all need bows and tags and ribbon. And so then we started on that.
But it's beautiful.
It is. And we have that one box in the middle where you can literally, we kind of cut a door in the back so we can open a little door and you can go in. So like we said yesterday in our post, the best present is you.
That's right.
And so if you don't need to see the big guy, you can still come to our office. There's a hot chocolate bar by
fun.
Courtney, Bailey and Wood. We're going to have cake pops. I know I saw over the weekend that New Directions did the reindeer food or whatever, that was on our list of things to do too. So if any of you haven't made reindeer food, you can come make it at our office. There's a lot of
reindeer to feed, so
there are,
okay.
So we're gonna have some reindeer food too.
I
had craft.
Not heard of this before, but New Directions also did Grinch dust.
Oh yeah, I did see that. I hadn't heard of that either. I saw the reindeer food last year, and I'm like, okay, next year we're making reindeer food, and then I was like, oh shoot, they already did it.
That's okay.
It's okay.
It'll
be fine.
Come make reindeer food.
Yeah.
And the hot chocolate bar. I can't even imagine what all will be on that. You can dress hot chocolate up.
Yeah. It's been a different, Courtney takes that and he runs with it. So we don't have to do any planning or ideas or anything for that.
No, you guys are busy wrapping boxes. There's no time for that.
We were wrapping boxes.
Will Santa be there the entire time tonight?
Yes, 5 to 7.
This is your chance.
Yeah.
And get a great picture with him.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you don't, So we do our quarterly open houses, and the fourth quarter we had just started making like a Christmas open house because there aren't always as many homes on the market this time of year and or people looking, so we're like the fourth quarter will be our house, which is
Yes.
an office, but our house is open. So that's our event.
And agents will be there. You can just kind of mingle with everybody, right?
Oh yeah, we'll all be there, helping, whatever.
That's right.
Yeah.
Protecting the wrapped packages.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Because there was a couple of times where, like, the one package, the one in the middle, has a big lid, and there was some people using the lid, moving the lid, and I was just like,
Leave the
"You
lid
better
alone.
put that down because if you tear that paper,
I think you
you
guys
might have
should-
an issue."
you guys should have filmed this whole process, I think.
You know what? We
could have
talked
gone
about that
viral.
after the end. We should have like made progress photos or something like that and put them all together.
In
But
the time lapse.
hindsight is 2020.
That's right.
Forgot all about it.
2026, the 2026 is coming. 2025
Sure
for you has
is.
been a great year.
Yeah, we've done a lot of stuff. Had a lot of fun.
What's 26 look like?
You know what? I don't have it all planned out yet.
You don't?
No.
Your calendar's not laid
I
out?
know. Normally I have it all planned out in advance, and I don't know exactly what I'm going to do 2026. So this last year I did the vanilla extract
Yes.
making, and I've heard from some people who have used that and that how good it tastes. So that warms my heart or whatever. I don't know if I'll do that again or not. Like,
Okay.
obviously I'm looking for big things that have big turnouts and stuff
Yeah.
like that too. So I don't know if I'll do that again or not. We'll see. And then I did the photo shoot, the headshots,
Yes.
and I tried the door. The deck the door didn't really. I only had 2 entries, so I'm just gonna give them both a prize.
Okay.
Not gonna have people vote against 2 people. I mean,
Can we say who they are? Do we know?
I don't know. I told people I wouldn't give out their personal
okay.
information. Like when
That's
I
fine.
asked for the information, I'm like, I'm not giving
Give
out
it out.
personal
That's
information.
fine.
I just need to know who you are.
But
So
we have
like,
2 winners. That's
yeah,
great.
we have 2 winners, and I appreciate their efforts so much.
Yes.
But I figured it needed a little bit more. I might try that again
I
because I think it'll be fun. Maybe people just didn't know what it was supposed to be.
Well, I think though you had weather kind of against you because we had some
Yes.
yucky weather,
Mhm.
and illness has been insane like the
Oh.
last 2 months, like with stomach bugs and stuff. And so I'm just wondering if that played a part in it too.
Maybe
You know?
I might try that again. We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't decided. So I'm kind of like reevaluating. I've had people for each of those be like, "Yes, do that again." But yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what
Yeah.
26. How long have you been in real estate now?
That's a good question. 2018. So I've been licensed since 2009.
Okay.
Had a license since then, but I've had other jobs there. So
Yeah.
those were just so it was just kind of like an on the side
Just
thing.
there.
And 2018, when I left Main Street, was when I really just switched into this full time.
Okay.
So a long time, but then
Been
maybe
not a long time. Yeah. Well,
Long
still,
enough.
that's still a lot of years though.
It
Even
is.
with 2018, like
And it's like everything, that experience really adds up and makes a difference and helps lead people through processes and stuff.
and even though you've been doing it a while, I'm sure you still learn something every day.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Every day it's just like, well, I never had that happen before. I never had somebody take that with them or what have you. Plus, just regulations and loans and all that kind of stuff changes all the time. So you have to stay up with all of it. So it's a never-ending learning process, learning curve.
So as you are heading into 26, what's the market looking like right now? Are we hopping?
We're not hopping.
We're not
We're
hopping.
we're about 45, maybe longer, 60 days on market on average. That is somewhat typical for this time of year for it to be a little bit longer. But it has been trending, away from a seller's market and be more balanced all year. We've talked about that a number of times. So I anticipate 26 will be about the same, still kind of balancing out, shifting, that kind of thing. So that brings a whole new level of curves. Before, people would not list their homes for sale until they found something because they'd be afraid to sell their house too fast.
See
And then
where
where
it's
am I going to
going.
go?
Yeah.
Yes. Now we're getting back to the point where it's like, well, maybe I do need to get my home on the market if I'm looking to sell. And then because I can't go out and pick something now if my home's not sold. It just kind of depends. And your strategy, I've said it before, your listing strategy is very, very important. And that's got to be based on what your needs and desires are. Can you hold on to your house for a long time because you don't need to sell? or you can buy without selling, or, that kind of thing. Or like you need to move, and so you need to price it with a strategy like, let's get this moved quickly. Because there are still some things that do go rather quickly. But there's a majority that are kind of sitting for a little bit. And that's not like there's something wrong with them. That's just more of a normal
Process.
area. Yes. I will say, though, that people who are moving during the winter they're moving because they got to move, pretty much.
It's not a choice.
Right. They're either relocating or something like that where they've got to move. So they are more serious buyers, not necessarily a lot of looky-loos this time of year.
So the ones that are still kind of moving right now, is that like that 150, 200,000 range, or is it just kind of depend?
Well, your starter home, lower price range, those are always going to move faster than the higher price range, just because there's a lot more buyer pool there. There's a lot more people that are starting out or downsizing, or there's just more buyers, right? The higher you get, the larger the property is, something like that. You're just reducing the number of people who are looking for that type of thing. So
those usually have to be very intentional when it's those bigger homes or bigger properties.
Right. Yeah. So you're either out of space at your current place and you're upsizing, or you just have always dreamed of something bigger and now you're able to get it, kind of thing. But the smaller and lower price always have plenty of buyers, because there's always the people who are downsizing, right? So like, oh, I had all my big dream thing
and I'm done,
and now I need to downsize because I don't want to clean all this anymore.
Exactly.
It's kind of one of the number one things. Like, I'm tired of cleaning all this.
I don't want to do that.
Or the utilities or the yard work. Like, I'm tired of doing all that and I want to go do other things. So then they'll downsize. And then you also have the people who are just starting out, who are going to start small or something like that. So like, you just have a lot more.
I think too, and you've given this advice throughout the year, but we talk about interest rates and they're moving a little bit, but if you can't wait on the interest rates. I love how you put this, because you could wait 20 years.
Right.
I mean, that is just the reality of it.
Yeah. And the perfect time to buy, like, you can't try to time the market or any of that. You need to buy or sell when you are ready, when that makes sense for you. You can always refinance later. If the rates were to come down or do something crazy, you can always refinance later. And do different things, but waiting to buy usually has proved that you're paying more. So, and even though right now prices are a little bit more negotiable, people maybe aren't putting in full price offers, things of that nature, still, if you were looking a year or two ago, you're still paying more than back then.
Right.
Even though things may seem, and perception, right? The parking perception downtown, the perception of getting a good deal, all that kind of stuff. Even though it may seem like things are more negotiable, you're still paying more than what you did a couple years ago.
And I still, if you're in the position to buy, and I guess and it depends on the responsibility you want.
Right.
But I feel like if you're in the position to buy, you're better off to buy than to rent, because you're going to own that someday.
Yes.
Versus renting and it goes to your landlord.
That is true. However, like you just said, depends on your position and what your needs and goals are. Like, I don't shame any, like, I'm not the type of person that's going to be out there like, why are you renting? That's just so stupid.
No, not
like,
at all.
It's not always stupid, and it's up to each person. There's a place for that. And that's why that's always going to be rentals there. But yeah, but if you don't have any reason not to own, then that is the better.
Then they should call you.
Yes.
You can find them in the perfect home.
Yes.
What's your phone number?
812-614-1359.
I'm stressing her out today.
How many people know their own phone number?
It's not easy.
It's not easy.
It is not easy at all. I went to a Christmas show the other day. We're just having random talk today, right?
Okay.
Like
That's totally fine.
So I went to this Christmas show at Brown County, and at that moment I decided I don't really need it. I need a really big house with a really big ceiling, because they had like 7 trees set up on the stage.
Ooh.
So it was beautiful, and they were all different sizes. So it was beautiful. And I was like, I only need this home for the Christmas season, because I don't want to clean it the rest of the time, right?
Yeah.
And I don't want this big open area. But I was like, if you had like
to heat it,
walk in like this huge entrance, and you could have those trees, it'd be perfect.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
But you probably shouldn't buy a home just for one
season.
Month and a half of decorating.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, you could. Some people keep their trees up all year round and
That's
just change
true.
the decor. You could do that.
You could. I would probably do that for once, and then
Yeah.
it'd be a Valentine's tree for
you
the
gonna-
rest of the year.
Are you going to decorate that tall?
You'd have to have a
Good
ladder.
ladders. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to have a ladder. But it was really pretty, so I was like, that's what I need just for Christmas.
You'll have to come see our little forest since you're the Jenny of the
I am the
group. She got these trees for our little woods area where we're going to have our reindeer food and we have a little reindeer.
Fun.
Yeah, so we had 5 pencil trees or whatever, and that wasn't enough. So she wanted some more, and we were putting those together and fluffing them yesterday. And like, she thought she got 7-foot trees, but there's no way these things are like 10 feet tall,
Oh.
and they would have fit. We have tall ceilings in our office. They would have fit, but I was like, we're not decorating. They're not decorated, thankfully. But I was like, I can't reach that to fluff those. So we literally took the bottom row out of all of them to make them
A little bit
shorter.
shorter.
Yeah, but they're still pretty tall.
Where did she get them at? Do we know?
Probably online somewhere.
yeah.
I don't know exactly where she
know.
got them. She gets stuff in all kinds of crazy places.
They just
They just appear. Stuff just appears.
my poor UPS guy. I owe him a lot.
Yeah.
And FedEx. You know, they
Aw.
deliver a lot.
Your FedEx
daily.
comes to your door?
He does.
Oh, ours drops it at the edge of the road.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. We'll have to talk to him about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me, what goes into reindeer food? How do we make reindeer food? Because you're doing it tonight.
Yeah, so they'll just some oatmeal, of course, right? Maybe a little sprinkle dust because they are Santa's reindeer.
Well, yeah, a little glitter thrown in
Little
there.
fruit in there, maybe some dried cranberries, stuff like that. So stuff that can safely go in your yard for them in case they miss some of it, right?
Yes.
Maybe a few nuts, that kind of
I
thing.
love it. It's a great
Yeah.
mix.
Just a little mix.
A little mix of reindeer food.
Mhm.
We've got Santa coming tonight, 5 to 7.
Yes.
You can take pictures, lots of photo ops.
Yes.
Use that. We got to use those gifts that were wrapped. Take your pictures, lots
yes,
of them, right?
please come take pictures.
Make it worth it.
We're located at 933 North Michigan, if people aren't familiar with our office, which it's across from the Chevy dealership, next to Expressions. So right in that little area.
And you have where you guys are at. Burger Electric's there. You guys.
Courtney Schroeder with Bailey
That's
and
it.
Wood. Yep.
How fun.
Yeah. We have a big office. It's way bigger than it looks from the street.
It is very large. I've been in there more than once, and it is.
Yes.
It's
Very
big.
large.
And don't forget the hot chocolate bar tonight.
Right?
Yes. And don't fear the weather. Be there at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
Yeah. They say, what time do they say it's starting?
Like after 6.
After 6. So that means it's not going to hit us till after that,
Yeah.
right? After
You've got
6 is
time.
probably for people along I-70.
Right. So you've got time.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid of it. Come out and
Don't be afraid. Because how many times do they say that we're going to get it and like literally I-70 hogs all the snow?
Right.
And they
And
get
they
all
can-
of it.
They can have it.
Yeah.
In my
You
opinion.
know how the weather, do you ever hear about people talking about that line?
Yes,
Like
the
I-70 is
corridor.
just like this break off line, like with the rain, with the snow, like all of it.
Well,
It's
and
just,
Randy was talking about it this morning, and that's the line again. But we are now.
who planned an interstate right on a line of weather? I want to know that.
And how does the line of weather happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that atmospheric? Is that something to do geographically? I need to ask
That's
him.
out of my league.
Mine too. We'll ask Randy that next time. I'm
Okay.
sure he can't wait. to
please,
know.
please let him know in advance. You're asking.
That's right. We're gonna ask this, so you
Put
might
you on
know
the
the answer.
spot. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're now in the 3 to 4 inches instead of the 5. So
Yeah. We'll be fine.
That's
We'll be
right.
totally fine for tonight.
you mentioned you have a new driver in your house.
I do. Mm-hmm.
How did that happen already? Like she was little. What happened?
I know. And we're doing it, and I'm watching her on Life 360.
Every move she makes.
I'm glad that we didn't have Life 360 when I was a kid, but at the same time, it's just like, it's kind of nice. Okay, I know that she made it to school, right?
Sure.
And things like that. So yeah. We have not really driven in the snow yet, even though we had that one snow. We didn't have we were busy doing other stuff. We didn't have an opportunity for her to learn that. So like, if it does come, if we do get the snow, then we'll go work on that
Go
skill.
out and do some donuts, right?
No.
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 You didn't do that as a teenager?
I didn't. No.
No? You
I
were
was
you were
afraid.
good.
No, I don't know.
That's okay.
Scares me. But yeah, no, new drivers. It's so much fun.
It is. What else is happening as we are wrapping up the year for you? What's been a favorite moment of 25 for you? Can you pick out one?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
She's like, I'm not coming back next time, Emily.
Stop asking me these questions now. I will like to say, anybody who has bought a home this year, call your county recorder's office. Make sure your homestead exemption is in place. A lot of times title companies will file those, but if they didn't or something happened or your paper got lost, the homestead exemption is very important, because if that's not filed by the end of this year, then your property taxes will go up. It could possibly come close to doubling. So definitely want to contact your county, make sure your homestead exemption is in place. Anybody who's bought a property or changed their title this year,
just double check it.
It does not
well
hurt.
Worth it.
It does not hurt to double check.
And you have until December 31st.
Yes.
All
That's
right.
important as we wrap up the year.
That is important.
Very important.
Yes.
So,
what else is important? Anything else go along with that piece of it? Is there any other things that have to be recorded or official?
so there's like a
things when you
deadline
buy
or
a
anything
house?
like
Yeah.
that. Not here in our area. Like up in Carmel and Fishers, they have imposed, like their town has imposed rental restrictions. So the deadline to get your stuff filed for that is the end of the year. However, I don't think that's going to affect any of your listeners.
Very good. You're always looking for houses to list, I'm sure.
Yes. I've got some things in the works with a few people coming up for January, so I'm looking forward to that.
Okay. Still have some houses on the market right now.
Yes. We have one down in Westport, which I am just baffled by, because I couldn't tell you how many times people are like, I just need something with like a little acre or so out in the country, yada, yada. I'm assuming it's just like finances and, interest rates, things like that have kept people away from it. But it's really cute. Lots of character, 2-bedroom, 1 bath. It has an acre and a half. Has a pole barn that's a little rusty, but a lot of potential there.
Sure.
I
What's it
think.
sit on? 1 acre?
1 acre and a half.
Okay.
1.5.
Nice.
Yeah. And it's currently listed at $213. So
Even better.
yeah, pretty affordable. And then the only other thing maybe holding it back is that like a lot of people need a 3-bedroom instead of a 2. This does have a dining room that past renters have used as a bedroom, but you would have to then walk through there to get to the bathroom. So that may be a little bit of a holdback depending on your situation. But yeah, it's a great piece.
Very cool. What about you had a piece in Milroy? Is that?
Yes. That home was pending.
Okay.
And it's now back on the market. So it's
Okay.
available again. That's 30 acres and a big, huge house, 5+ bedrooms,
I've been to
basement,
that
about
home. It's
5,000 square.
beautiful.
Yes. That one fell apart. People always want to know, why did it fall apart? The buyers that were seeking that, they really wanted to use a loan type that I did not think was going to be possible, right? We talked about this way up front. They made a very convincing offer. Their lender was very convincing that it was going to work. And so we were like, okay, we'll try it. We'll work with them. We'll see how it goes. What's the worst case? We'll be off the market for a little while. And it did not work.
Okay.
Shocking.
And there's so many different types. I was actually talking to someone
Yes.
earlier about this. Like, there's so many different types of loans, mortgages,
Yeah. And they
So-
all have their rules.
and so many rules.
Yeah. So
But you're willing. You will help. What
Right.
I love about you though is you know all these different ones, and when you start talking about them, I'm like, I had no idea all these rules went with them. But you are well aware of what's out there,
Yes.
and I think that's a great.
it's part of that
asset.
experience thing.
That's right.
You know, so, and a thing about learning something every day. It's like, when I talked to the lender and they talked to their underwriter and all that kind of stuff. And it was just like, they really thought like, yes, it was still going to be probably hard to get through. It wasn't just a slam dunk, maybe a long shot, but it was just like, okay, maybe this really could work. There is a narrow window of how this loan could work for this. And then it just didn't end up working out with,
And that happens.
yeah, it
That's
does.
life, right?
So now we learned. But had it gone through, I'd been like, well, I learned something new today. This would actually work for this
could
property.
do it, yeah.
But yeah, so nothing wrong with the property, anything like that. It didn't have HVAC in the past. Like it just had heat,
Okay.
which was like a boiler type heat. Now it does have all the ductwork, full HVAC. So that's something new for that property too.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Any other properties to feature today?
not today. No.
Not today. They're
Yeah.
brewing for January.
Yeah, I
can see it.
can't really talk too much about them until they're actually on the market, and they're not quite yet ready yet. So
This is a hard time of the year though. With the holidays coming, people need to get through the holidays and then
yeah, to have to do showings this time of year is harder. So
very good.
yeah.
Well, it's been a great year.
Thank
We love having you
you.
on.
Thanks.
Yes.
We'll
And
be back next
congratulations
year.
on your award
Yes,
again.
I can't wait to show
Make
everybody
sure
that
that's
at the
displayed tonight.
office. It's gonna be.
It's going to need like little flowers or something around it. You know, like a poinsettia. You need something to make it pop a little.
I do have to go to the store after this.
I'm
I will.
gonna
I will
Jenny-
add that to my list.
I'm gonna
We're gonna Jenny this.
We're gonna Jenny that.
We're gonna fluff this up.
That's
yeah,
right.
it'll be. We have a little thing where cards and stuff are right as you enter the door. I think I'm gonna put it there.
Right there it will be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it'll be Jennied.
Yes.
That's a new term. She's going to love it.
She's gonna love it.
That's right,
I
Jenny.
can't wait for her to call me when I leave here and be like, "Stop talking about me."
That's right. We wanna give her
I'm
credit.
allowed because she's my sister, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Like it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Once again, tell us about your event tonight.
It is Santa. It's pictures. It's cake pops and treats. We've got reindeer food that we're going to make and just a nice little fun atmosphere. So it's from 5 to 7. We're at 933 North Michigan Avenue, which is, again, across from the Chevy dealership and next to Expressions Florist. And
Free.
Free. Also, come see us.
Yeah.
This is our fourth quarter open house, and it's our house that's open. So,
Hot chocolate bar as well.
oh yeah, hot chocolate bar. Forgot about that.
Can't forget that. Don't let the snow scare you. It's going to be fine.
It's gonna be totally fine.
That's right. Well, thank you so much. We look forward to having you back
Yes.
next year.
All
It's gonna
right,
be 2026.
Yes, maybe I'll have all my stuff planned out by then.
Oh, maybe, but we get it. Like it's
It might. Sometimes it's a let's reevaluate, and then like, okay, what do we want to do? Maybe
Yeah.
I'll plan it one at a time this year.
gotta think it through.
Get all surprise all year.
We love that.
Hey, just thought of this yesterday.
Let's do it. That's right.
Alrighty.
Very good.
Thank
Thanks once
you.
again. Merry Christmas.
You
Happy New
too.
Year. And we'll see you in 26.
Sounds good.
It's Tree Country 13.